Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. On Monday, at approximately 5:15 p.m., deputies with the Morongo Basin Station responded to a call for service regarding a deceased person located off Old Woman Springs Road and Boddick Road in Johnson Valley. When deputies arrived, they found the body of an adult female near a large group of boulders. Detectives with the Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division responded and assumed the investigation. The deceased has been identified as 86-year-old Lorraine Bird of 29 Palms. Bird was reported missing by her family on May 13th. The cause of her death is pending an autopsy. The area is known as the Johnson Valley Painted Rocks or Graffiti Rocks. It's a popular area for taggers, tourists, and illegal dumpers who have been known to use the area to unload garbage and trash. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information about this case is asked to contact Detective Eric Rebelar with the Specialized Investigations Division at 909-890-4904. Callers can remain anonymous and contact WeTip at 1-800-78-CRIME. The Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors will hold their regular 6 p.m. meeting tonight in Covington Park's multi-purpose room. Since the CSD did not post the meeting's agenda on their site, reporter Gabriel Hart drove aimlessly around Morongo Valley late last night and was relieved to find the agenda taped to the window of Morongo Cafe, at which point he turned on his phone's flashlight, took photos, and wrote the highlights of the agenda story for you today.
For the meeting's agenda in continued business, the board will have further discussion on effective methods to manage Covington Park, on whether to move forward with establishing a Morongo Valley Dog Park, and on the Covington Park mural project. The latter which the board will discuss and approve the concept, parameters, and authorization of staff to move forward with planning and coordinating efforts. For new business, there will be a public hearing on the preliminary budget for fiscal year 2025-26, followed by the final budget approval. The board will discuss and accept Resolution 2501, approving the assessment fee and ordering the levy and collection of annual assessments within the Morongo Valley Fire Suppression Assessment Service Area. The Desert Fire Region Fire Safe recommends establishing a Fire Safe Council Center at the underutilized Morongo Valley Fire Station No. 2 at the bottom of Bella Vista at no cost to the CSD, and it's recommended the board review and approve the proposal and staff to proceed. The board will take stronger steps to enforce San Bernardino County's dog leash law at Covington Park, and will discuss purchase of stronger signage for an amount not to exceed $250. To enhance park security and deter vandalism, the board will discuss the installation of security cameras and better lighting at Covington Park and Geeson Field, along with ADT monitoring fees in the amount of $861.19 and $96.30. The Morongo Valley Fire Department seeks to enter into an instructional services agreement with Copper Mountain College starting in July, allowing the fire department to receive financial reimbursement for essential training hours at a locally accredited fire training program. It's recommended the board review and approve the agreement. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
This week is Commencement Week at Copper Mountain College. Today, the college will recognize its vocational nursing program class of 2025 and registered nursing program class of 2025 graduates during a pinning ceremony at 6 p.m. in the gym at the Bell Center. The pinning ceremony is a time-honored celebration recognizing the completion of the rigorous course of study and welcoming these newly graduated students into the nursing profession. The school's primary commencement ceremony will be held tomorrow beginning at 5:45 p.m. Graduates will be introduced by Dr. Darren Otten, CMC Superintendent and President, and the recessional will be set to Kendrick Lamar's smash hit diss track, Not Like Us. Commencement will be live streamed on CMC's YouTube channel. You can find that at a link in this story at Z107.7 FM.com. And the Adult Education Program at CMC is hosting an Adult Education graduation ceremony on Friday at 5 p.m. with a dinner to follow. The graduation speaker will be Joseph Desjardins, who joined the CMC Adult Education Program in Yucca Valley and is now a drug and alcohol counselor. Each year, as the weather heats up, the Bureau of Land Management institutes fire restrictions for the summer, and those restrictions go into effect today. There's plenty of BLM land in our Morongo Basin, and online news editor Robert Hayden joins us with a look at what this year's restrictions mean.
The Bureau of Land Management has elevated its seasonal fire restrictions effective Wednesday, May 21st for public lands managed by the BLM California Desert District within San Bernardino County. These restrictions will remain in effect until October 29th unless terminated sooner if the conditions warrant. For most BLM land within the high desert, it's now under a Stage 1 restriction, which means setting, building, maintaining, attending, or using open fire of any kind is prohibited, except campfires within approved fire pits and grills provided in developed recreation sites. The public is reminded to follow these precautions. Always have a 5-foot circle cleared around your campfire and have a California campfire permit. Keep a shovel with plenty of water on hand and put your campfire dead out before leaving. Never use steel targets, steel jacketed, steel core, or incendiary ammunition for recreational shooting on BLM land, as they are more likely to cause a fire. And no campfires or recreational target shooting of any kind is allowed during a red flag warning or fire weather watch. And when you're out there exploring the high desert, park your vehicles away from areas where exhaust could come in contact with grass or other combustibles. Violation of the fire restriction order is punishable by a fine of up to $100,000 or imprisonment of up to 12 months. We'll have links to the fire restriction order and a map at this story on our website, Z107.7fm.com.
The public is invited to honor United States service members who died while serving in the military at an observance that will take place at the Joshua Tree Memorial Park this Monday, Memorial Day. The event begins at 11 a.m. with an hour-long formal ceremony that includes the placing of memorial wreaths, a white dove release, a bagpiper and a bugler, advancing and retiring of the colors, and playing of taps. And finally, 5 29 Palms High School track and field Wildcats traveled to Moore Park High School on Saturday to compete in the CIF Finals meet. 4 Wildcats finished 9th place in all of CIF Southern Section Division 4. Maverick Bercleo with a discus throw of 115-03. Violet Graham ran 52.35 seconds in the 300 hurdles. Eva Tilley ran 20.65 in the 100-meter hurdles. And Ania Haynes ran a sub-60 for the third time this season with a mark of 59.24. The top performer of the day was freshman Sabrina Graham. She ran a personal best of 16.04 in the 100-meter hurdles for a 7th-place finish and earned all CIF. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.